recording. That's all we're doing. So yeah, you gotta move your microphone over here. And we have an anonymous witness to the crime. There she is. Okay, so we're gonna do like, welcome to the This
and That
podcast, brought to you by whoever
Life
is gonna
Vantage.
do Life Vantage. There you go. We already have a sponsor for our first show. That's great.
I'll sponsor you guys.
No, see, you don't get to talk though.
Yeah, no, and you don't have any money.
You're the mic. You're the sound guy.
Yeah.
Sound brought to you by Luca Ragusa. You'll get your props.
My son.
I'm not saying my son. Do you want to be a child or do you want to be a sound technician? That's what you have to ask yourself.
That's a good.
You want your own path.
These are weird.
Yeah, I don't know quite how they work. Okay, so the purpose and overview of the This and That podcast.
Do we have to do values, mission,
Yeah, we have
vision?
to do. Mission statement is going to be to have fun, to have more fun, completely believe in the fact that humor heals. No matter what you're going through, if you can laugh about it, you can get through it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So we'll have different topics. We'll have different. Feel free to comment down below. We'll take questions weekly if you guys want to hear a show about a particular subject. We are not picky about what we ramble on about.
We're just good ramblers.
Yeah,
That's just all there is to it.
God, you talk a lot. You should do a podcast. Here we are. So
and
just
that's
kinda
how it
happened.
happened.
So yeah, any topics you guys want to hear about? We have someone on the line.
Don't look at
Luca from Winder. What's your question?
So I've been watching y'all for a while, and I want to see.
This is our inaugural episode. I made that clear. Next caller. Okay, this is not Luca from Winder. Go ahead with your question.
What are your guys' favorite hobbies and things to do out of work?
Okay, go ahead. Ladies first.
Well, right now I have a puppy. He's 14 weeks old, and he takes up a lot of my time. Also, I do a lot of singing in my kitchen, and yeah,
I shower sing. I don't sing in the kitchen. Everybody can hear me, but I sing in the bathroom. The door's shut. Nobody can hear me, but they can.
Sure they can't.
Don't.
Is
look
that
at
true?
I'm looking around the room, Sonny. I'm not looking at you because you're not here. You're a caller from Winder. You're not even on camera, and you're failing as an actor.
Yeah, so I really hadn't thought about my hobbies and interests. Right now it's the puppy. So what
Yeah,
about you?
this is you're supposed to ask us questions, not about us, just questions about things. What do? I play pool. I have more kids than Santa has dwarves, I think, is what I've been told. That's a good button to have. Do that again. I like that. Anything I say. It's amazing how funny I am.
Wait, I think we just got transported back to Laverne and Shirley,
That
or
could
maybe
be.
Happy Days.
Yeah, it was. It was their background laughter. It's cool though. I miss shows that had that.
I
where
know,
You
yeah.
just organically had to laugh rather than actually be funny.
I like looking at the old shows where they're like, applause,
Yeah.
applause.
And the big lights behind you.
And then they go,
And the guy that can't read is like, what's happening? What's happening?
What
Why is
am I
everybody
supposed
clapping?
to-
Why is everybody? This show sucks. We're down to 2 viewers. That's good. All right, let's take another call. Thank you, Luca from Winder. Next caller.
So I was wondering, do you guys have an opinion on sports?
Not necessarily.
I have an opinion about college football.
There you go. Let's just talk about college football.
I do love college football. I don't, and high school football. I enjoy those two.
It's because it's real.
Yeah.
Because they're
Well-
actually playing with heart, not for a paycheck.
Well,
Not for
until
notoriety,
until
not for-
NIL came along, and now we're playing for paychecks and transfer portals and things like that. But
Chips.
I still prefer college football. And even though I just moved here recently, 2 years ago, this week actually,
Nice.
yeah,
2 years.
I've always been a Georgia Bulldogs fan, and so, yeah.
Go Gators. That's right.
We're in Georgia.
Go Gators.
That can...
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
hey,
So
no.
if you spend enough money at the college, you have to rep them. So
That's true. I haven't spent any
yeah.
money
And it's a
in
good
Georgia.
rivalry. It's a good. I
It is a
like
good
watching a
rivalry.
Georgia game.
We do need a
until we
neutral
play
site
you
for that
and
game.
That rare occasion you guys win. It's a terrible game. But the rest of
Seriously?
the time, I like it. Yeah. I know.
Wow. Anyway, I don't like NFL because they're all a bunch of punks, and all they're
They
in it
are.
is for the
It's
paycheck.
it's
but
it's kind of an ego game now. It didn't used to be. I mean, there's don't hear me wrong. There's dozens or 50 players that are probably very good at it.
oh yeah.
The rest of them want to do the commercials and.
Who's your least favorite player?
I can't do that.
Why?
Because that's mean. That's hurting somebody's feelings. We shouldn't do that. We should. Bill, what does Mom always say? Caller number 4. What does Mom always say?
Don't do put downs, but put ups.
Yeah, that's right. Don't do put downs. We do put ups here. So.
What's your favorite
I
thing
like-
about your least favorite player?
I can't think. I really, they're all more talented than me.
This is
So-
true.
So
And I can't
they're,
do
you
it.
know,
So
it's like-
there's that. There is that.
It's like the smartest kid with Down syndrome.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if
Don't
you
do
can say
put
that,
downs,
but-
put ups. All right. I'm
But
going to
yeah.
have to practice that
Yeah.
because
Well,
I can, yeah,
yeah,
sometimes I
put
can
that-
be negative.
Oh, I can put down. I can easily shred somebody to pieces. I just trying to. Yeah, that's what we got to watch. How many times or where? Because right when she was going to say something probably hilarious, it cuts in. So yeah, that's one thing we'll have to kind of
It's
work
all
on
right.
the sound bites.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh no, yeah. it
He's
wasn't-
our producer. He'll get it.
Yeah, the producers. You know, he's.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, we'd be doing this on an iPhone or actually an Android. Brought to you by
Yes.
Samsung.
Yes, absolutely.
I
So
wish
yeah.
I was a boo.
Oh, are you actually an Androider too?
Oh, yes.
Oh
Absolutely.
yes. Okay, that's a good topic. Why are you an Androider, not an iPhoner?
I don't trust iPhone.
I don't trust iPhone either. Exactly. My wife will be having a random conversation about broccoli spears. Just, hey, those broccoli spears you made yesterday were wonderful. Then for the next 10 days, every ad on her phone has something to do with broccoli spears.
Well,
That annoying, that annoying Christian vegetables. VeggieTales.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales. Those commercials start coming on. You know why? Because there's a big broccoli head. Gumby showed up on her phone. I didn't know
As
it
a-
was broccoli.
Gumby is broccoli?
Or they
Claymation broccoli.
They assume
Really?
he's claymation broccoli, and he started popping up on the phone.
That's interesting.
Hashtag Saturday Night Live, Eddie Murphy. Anybody in their 30s like, what's a Gumby? What's a Gumby? And his horse was anybody? You?
Oh, wait.
You at home?
Dang it. Gumby and it's not Pokey.
It is Pokey.
Woo!
Before
yay
he
me!
was a man, he was a horse. Pokemon. Yeah. Mon. He was Jamaican. That's right. He was a Jamaican horse.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Seriously, quit doing that.
Why?
Because we did it at the same time both
See,
times.
that's the point of this. We are in sync, not the Justin Timberlake version, the other in sync.
So, what do you have written on your paper there?
Let's see. These are just ideas for what we can.
You know
ramble
what we
to
didn't
people
do?
About. What did we not
didn't,
do?
We didn't introduce ourselves.
We
you
didn't.
are John,
I am John Ragusa,
and I am Kim Cook, and we are
Oh.
this and that.
and we are this and that. Push hard. And that's the live studio audience member
Audience
with a
from I Love Lucy.
device that makes laughter. We like him here. This is coming to you from Athens, Georgia. And Athens is a very small but booming town.
College
I guess
town.
it's not small, but it's a college town. But somehow we're getting not away from that, but we're expanding
Mm-hmm.
outside of that. We're not just a college town.
No,
A lot of things are happening. There's a lot of moves being made. Classic
Yeah.
centers being rebuilt.
Yes.
That's going to bring in some different
Mhm.
stuff. We're getting a
Maybe we can have Paul Kramer as one of our guests
that
sometime.
would be nice. That would be nice. Kirby, if you're out there, you can
Hey,
come
Kerbo.
talk to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing? The hockey team. We got a hockey team.
Yes.
The Athens Rock Lobsters.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not NHL, but maybe one day we'll get.
You
an
know,
NHL
got
team.
that throwback to the B-52s.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. It was down to oh God, what was it? The Panic, or Rock Lobsters, and Rock Lobsters
I like
won
rock.
by.
I like
by
rock
margin.
lobsters. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
It's a good
that.
team.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down the Red Lobster also in Athens
I
to
think
make
almost
room
everywhere.
for the Rock Lobsters to move in. I was in the middle of
That's
the
gonna-
lobster joke. Okay.
Is that going to be their
was-
new headquarters?
That is. They're going to move into the old Red Lobster because the logo's already there. They can save a little money.
It's just,
And just, oh, yeah, we do hockey now. Clear out all the tables, put down some ice. It's a practice facility. That's how it's going to roll. That's
awesome.
exactly how it's going to be.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So anyway, Athens. This show is based on Athens, helping small businesses grow, helping the community know what's going on. Helping us be the most famous podcast in the Athens area.
Ever.
Yeah. So.
All right.
How did
So
we,
what's on your paper?
So what's on my paper? Just kind of the ideas of what we can do now. I have to put on my glasses, so now everybody knows I'm old. Yes, they're bifocals. Keep the comments to yourselves. We need that laughing guy in the corner. Smack him. All right. What do we talk about? Anything. We talk about different topics. Neither one of us know anything. Always listen in that aspect. Unless we say this is our specialty. I'm a plumber by trade. If I say anything plumbing, it's gospel. Trust me, I know it. And Kim?
I'm a retired teacher for the deaf and hard of hearing, and I know a little about a lot of things. In fact, I used to tell people in my arrogance that people should ask me first because I know everything, and I would tell people, I'm writing a book, and if I think that you know enough, I'll give you a chapter in my book.
Nice.
So maybe you'll get maybe
I might
get
my own chapter if we do well enough with this.
Yeah.
I get a chapter.
So
no, but in this atmosphere when we're doing this show, we're not trying to tell you how to live, who to be, what's right, what's wrong. I believe in God. You don't believe in God. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Not just and go away. Everybody does that. We can talk about it. We cannot talk about it. So yeah, that's what we're here for, is to get over the reasons to not speak to one another in this little globe that's spinning, and remember the reasons we have to talk to each other. Outside of an amputee, I've got 2 legs, you've got 2 legs. Let's hang out. Let's talk about walking. We've always got something in common. Statements. Ask you a question. All right, let's go back to the audience. We have the live audience member waving his hand. Yes.
How
I don't know why I hit that.
often are you guys going to do this podcast?
We're hoping to do a weekly podcast. We're hoping to do once a week at the beginning. It's going to be up to you guys. If you guys want 2 a week, we'll commit to a little more when there's more than
2 viewers.
2 viewers. No, actually, Mom left. There's 1 viewer from Utah.
From Utah?
Utah. I thought it was Utah. It's like a German country.
You know what?
Over in Utah.
You know what company is in Utah? It'd be Life Vantage.
Life Vantage? Is that a...
Yeah.
She did not pay me to say that. So,
No.
I just picked the state. Random. Utah.
Yeah, Utah.
Who picks Utah?
And
Made
yeah,
20
so
bucks.
I am also a Life Vantage consultant. So
And what exactly is Life Vantage?
Life Vantage is an activation company.
Okay.
You activate your body to make the things that it used to make until we got old, and
Okay.
then your body start making them. But we'll
Okay.
talk about that at another time.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably use some of that because I'm getting old.
Same.
Yeah.
But I'm taking it, so I feel good.
See, I feel like shit. So
Today is powered by Dr. Ray's Wellness Water
Dr.
with-
Ray. Oh,
with Axio in it.
audience member, hand me that audience member. That black jug of water over there, because you're supposed to keep it out of sunlight.
Right.
This is also Dr. Ray Stewart, Dr. Ray's Wellness Clinic.
Mhm.
We will have him on. We'll have him on before too long.
He is a smart guy, and he is so interesting.
That's the beauty of being an idiot. Everybody I meet is a smart guy.
I mean, and he's...
Or gal. I mean, it was...
He told me a story one time. I'm from Amarillo, Texas. I was
Okay,
born
yeah.
in Dumas. I'm a
Dumbass.
ding-dong dolly from Dumas.
She's from Dumbass.
No.
Dumas.
No.
Dumbass.
Dumas.
Dumas.
Dumas, Texas.
Which outside of Texas we call Dumbass. Very good. Okay, go ahead. So, Dumas?
It's one S,
Dumas?
not 2.
I know.
Yeah, Dumas. Yeah.
It'll
So
be
anyway,
Dumbass. Yep.
I was born in Dumas, raised in Amarillo,
Okay.
and there was an Air Force base there at one time. And Dr. Ray was a naval aviator. That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
Yep. He flew in
And-
Vietnam.
He was telling me, we were talking about the wind in Amarillo because one time he was flying over Amarillo and the winds were so fierce that his windscreen started to crack and start blowing off at his face. And he had to land in Amarillo and wait for parts. And he said it was a couple of weeks he had to stay there.
I've heard it's brutal. I've heard we actually lived in Arlington, Texas when I was 5 to 7 years old, somewhere in there. moved out that way. I don't have any bad memories, but I don't think a lot of people have 5 to 7 year old bad memories or memories. I don't know. Am I the only one? How far back do you actually remember? Because I can tell you stories like I have this little scar on my lip. It's like a Z up here somewhere, and it's from like climbing in a counter and falling and busting my lip. I don't remember doing it, but my mom has told that story over and over so many times.
So it's become a memory.
So it's
for
like
you.
it's a like made up memory. I know I don't remember it, but I'm like, oh yeah, I got this from, and I know the story behind it, not the memory.
I remember.
So I mean, honestly, how far back do you go? Can you go?
I don't know if I was 4 or 5, but I remember going with my grandparents on vacation to Corpus Christi, Texas, where it's humid, and hot, and it was during the summertime, and I contracted the chicken pox while I was down there. So that made the chicken pox even more brutal. And my great
because you can't itch and you're sweaty. And
my great aunt wanted to put me under a wool blanket with the chicken pox in the humidity, and I remember just being miserable.
Wow.
So yeah.
She never got to be a great aunt because that wasn't a great move. See what I did there?
She was a nice lady.
She was a nice lady. She's a nice lady. That's how you know you don't want to date someone. Let's just jump right into that category. She's nice. Tell me about her. She's nice. You don't want to date her. That's a fact.
Because
most people like, oh, John, you want to send me with John? What's going on with John? It's he's a funny guy. What's he look like? Oh, he's got a nice beard. He's a fat guy. You know, I date him probably. It's okay. I'm married. I married a blind woman.
Shannon's not going to appreciate that.
She's like legally blind. She isn't. She didn't wear glasses until she was 36, and we've been married since been together since she was 26. So right about 36, 37, I got glasses and then went right to bifocals. I didn't realize I couldn't see until I got glasses. I was like, shit, I've been blind. But she went and got them and picked them up. I came home from work that night and I forgot my keys, so knock on the door and she opens the door and she's like, oh, we didn't call a plumber. And I was kind of laughing, and she's like literally like, oh my God, honey, is that you? And she had to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like she had to listen to your voice.
She like recognized the voice, read the plumbing shirt, which is like you think she'd recognize the logo. It's big enough. I'm like a billboard walking around. No clue it was me until like she heard my voice and was like, oh wow, shit, that's what you look like. And she's kind, so she won't divorce me or anything. But yeah.
She is kind. I enjoyed.
She is kind. She's very nice. She's quiet,
yeah.
unless you are married to her. She's wonderful. Thank you, studio audience. I'm in trouble when I get home. So, yeah, that's fine. What about you? Do you have a Shannon?
Do I have what?
A Shannon?
Oh, I have Richard.
You have a Richard.
Richard and
she has a Richard.
I have a Richard.
I'm sorry, a child. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't go there.
It's fine now. You can have a Richard these days. It's okay. Tell me about your Richard, Kim.
Richard works for the Postal Service, but he doesn't like to say that anymore because the service is going to crud.
Yeah, I just got my Christmas card last week from my grandmother.
I believe that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
she died in February. It was really hard.
Oh.
And they get a Christmas card. Thank you, USPS. I should sue. Well, I won't because of Dick Richard.
Well, and sadly, it's not his fault because he works here in Athens and he sorts your mail.
Oh, see.
But what happens?
He's the one that got it to me finally.
And what happens is Atlanta, the Postmaster General has messed everything up, and everything gets stuck in Atlanta for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. People trying to leave the country can't get their passports, all kinds of stuff.
Another plug for Athens. We're not Atlanta.
That's a big one.
That should be a shirt. Speaking of shirts, it's a beautiful day. This is available on our merch site. There'll be a little pop-up somewhere in here. Our tech gal will throw it in there. If you like the shirts, you can pick one up and support the local cause. There's an audience member flagging me down like he's gotten 4 flats at 3 a.m.
The website will be down below.
In the comments.
Okay, now if you guys are recording this, back up about 28 seconds. That's what I said. It'll be down below here somewhere. And then the technician, who is related to me by I made him, tries to correct me. So play it back. Daddy was right. And we'll move on from there. So.
He just wanted to make sure
He's just
that
going to get
everyone understood.
fired. He's just going to get fired.
Not even get
I love
paid.
him, but it's set up now. I can run it now.
Better be getting paid.
But
I have
interestingly, let's go back to
Interesting.
Richard
Yes,
for a minute.
let's go back to Richard.
Interestingly, he and I dated in high school.
Okay.
And we reconnected in 2020. And yeah, Facebook notification.
That's not good.
They'll wait. Oh, somebody's reading. No, just kidding.
Does somebody have a question?
Yeah, we have an actual. Can you imagine our faces? This is like, I think you guys have caught on. This is being recorded. This is not actually live. But I can't imagine what our face is going to look like when we actually get a comment for the first. Be that first comment. If you're watching this video, be that first comment.
You know what we need to be prepared.
Because then, like 30 years from now, when it's like the John and Kim show, hey, oh my teeth, or whatever's going to happen to me if I, have teeth. Then, you can be like, oh, I'm the dumbass that's 001 in their fan club. That's what people will say about you, but we love you.
We need to be prepared with one of those confetti bombs when we get our first comment, so we can just.
Oh yeah. I was thinking
Celebrate.
about buying it. We were talking about this the other day. Me and my family were kind of contemplating, how's this gonna go? How are we gonna get viewers? And it's like, we should put like a $20 bill behind us and the 50th person to sign up. But then like everybody's gonna wait patiently for 47 to come around. So it's gonna be like one guy's gonna be like, okay, my mom will sign up. Thank you.
Maybe
Mom.
we should have drawings
And-
for prizes.
That's what I was thinking. Like, oh my God, he's got a Sonic cup. Brought you by. Gotta get used to this too. Everything's backwards.
We can't say that
It's like,
we're brought.
I'm left-handed.
We
No,
can't
that's
use
my right hand.
that. We don't have permission to use that.
Can't we plug them because we paid for the cup? Can't we be like, man, this is a good drink? Not brought to you by. They didn't bring it to you.
You just can't talk.
They're
There's
just
just
giving
no.
me the
We have no.
sugary drink.
We have no affiliation with Sonic except
I go
drinking.
there and eat.
Right.
I am probably 22% Sonic, 18%
22?
McDonald's, 16% Burger King, and there's a lot of Taco Bell.
You still eat McDonald's?
No, I don't. Actually, they brought the bagel. Sons of bitches brought the bagel back. So, yes, I do the steak bagel.
Why did I hear Justin
It's-
Timberlake in my head when you said
I'm
that?
bringing bagels back. Eh! Oh, that is brutal. Don't do the egg pits. Fix that. That is loud. I know, but you're the sound technician.
Sorry.
You're the producer. You got to
I'm
take
getting
care of these
fired.
things. He's got nothing. He's
Yeah,
got
but I'm
nothing.
not saying anything, see? I fooled everybody. It's like, his mic went out. It's like, no, I wasn't talking, because if my mic went out, it would sound like this. My microphone on, it would be harder, but not impossible. But then it's back on, so everybody can hear me.
And you just made all the hearing, hard of hearing and deaf people go, what did he say? Because you changed what your mouth was doing.
Oh, plus
instead
I
of
have a
speaking
beard. I have a
naturally.
beard. I realized reading lips is harder when you have a beard.
More a mustache than a beard.
Yeah.
Especially the cowboy
ones
mustaches.
like Sam
that come
Elliott.
Over. Mhm.
Everybody's like every deaf person's like,
Deaf people's like, deaf
Did he
people
just-
probably
yeah,
hate Sam
right,
Elliott.
hate
I
Sam.
can't speak
I
for
love
them,
Sam
but
Elliott. He's a
perhaps.
great guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I love his
nothing
mustache.
Sam, nothing you. I'd probably ride it once. I don't know if that's what you meant, Kim. Now I feel like it's not. It is what she meant, Sam. Call her, not me. I will ride it once. Though.
Erase that before Richard sees this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get it. If she sends you a letter, you're not going to get it. Let's put it that way. Intercepted by Richard.
Oh, I see what
That's
you
right.
did there.
See what I did there?
I do. See
Yeah,
what you did there.
so see, I would say if Shannon worked at the USPS, I wouldn't even go that. I'd be like, my wife works for the government, and that would be it. And people just wonder what the hell she did. They would always be nice to me, so I didn't put.
Okay,
Big
so we'll
Brother
cut
watching.
that, and we'll go back and do
go
that.
back. He's
We'll cut
a
that.
government transport
Yes.
employee, and then you don't know if he's transporting prisoners,
Right.
meth. You don't know what the government's transporting these days.
You
They
never
can-
know.
You never know.
I mean,
Prisoners and meth.
they did create LSD.
They did create LSD, and that was called the Tuskegee experiments. That's the other one with the planes. That was called the MK Ultra Project. I just read a pamphlet or a synopsis of a film. I didn't actually watch the film, nor do I read the book. I do the Cliff Notes.
Do you read?
Cliff Notes? I just said I read.
I mean,
Do
I
you
know,
listen?
but I did. I'm
Men don't
here.
read. Women don't
I'm
listen.
here.
There's another one we just proved on. See?
Seriously,
Look, she's
wow.
mad now.
Wow.
The red hair is matching the red face. She's angered.
Oh.
She's, ooh, women don't listen.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
No. This is the first
This
and
is-
last
I-
episode
We did
of this and that.
See, we did a questionnaire, and it was, what are the no-no topics? Don't say women don't know shit. That's apparently a no-no subject.
Because I already told you I know everything.
I know, but
And I'm going to give you a chapter, but you're going to mess it up.
I have been married thrice. If there's one thing I know,
I
is
have been
that
married
your
twice.
Species, fibs. Is fibs a nice word for lies their asses off? People, is fibs acceptable?
Alters
is
the
good.
truth. Alters the truth.
Yes, alters the truth. Even fabricates. Which, if you're making a dress, by all means, ladies, fabricate. But if you're saying
Like
that,
men don't fabricate.
no, we terribly lie. There's a difference. When's the last time you met a guy who lied well, other than sleeping? Like, I lie well, but I don't lie.
I'm
well.
smart, but I'm also naive, so I can't tell.
See?
I can't tell when
That's
people
the
are lying.
mistakes you make as women, telling us that. Because then we're like,
I'm
okay,
just telling
so
you.
she's pretty intelligent.
And the producer.
And
I'm just talking about me.
Steve
Not
in
all women are
Steve
like
in
me.
Utah.
Steve
So,
in Utah.
He knows.
You know what the CBO of Life Vantage is?
Dude,
Steve Fife.
I'm telling you, it's like I did research, but I just told you guys I don't do research, so either I'm lying or it's lying. Anyway, we're gonna do different things. I mean, maybe we'll come in makeup and garb one day and do impersonation skits, something like that. We'll have guests on. We'll have kids on. We'll have adults on. We'll have anybody trying to
Can I bring
better
my puppy?
our world. You can bring Riley. I pay
No,
attention.
Ramsey.
Ramsey?
Mm-hmm.
That's right, after Gordon.
Yes.
Riley, I'm sorry, Ramsey. I'm sorry.
He's
I
gonna
remembered
bite you.
Richard's name. That's more important.
Look,
probably.
I have a tooth bite.
Oh.
I have a little.
Sure, bring the violent little bastard in here.
He's just a velociraptor. It's his age.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So.
He's 14 weeks old. He weighed
If
46,
Dahmer was older, he wouldn't have done what he did. Age has nothing to do with it.
46.6
Nothing to
pounds
do.
yesterday
I
at
weighed-
14 weeks old.
That's amazing.
He's
I
huge.
weighed 46.6 pounds at 14 weeks old too.
Did you?
Probably
Look
more
at
than
you.
that. I know. No, actually, I was born at like 3-4 pounds or something. I had
You were
Highland.
teeny.
No, I was like preemie. I got this dent in my head for where they just jabbed the needle in to keep me alive. It's so I think it's here somewhere.
I see something
Yeah,
there.
there's like a divot. It's like
Yeah.
Gorbachev. Does anybody remember him with the big? I got a little bitty one right there somewhere. Look it up. Miguel Gorbachev. He's Russian. Just
Not Miguel.
Google it.
Miguel.
Mick.
Miguel is
Okay, there's this place in. Let's just get through this shit. There's this place in Georgia called Villarica in Les.
No.
And then if you're somebody,
I've heard
it's called.
I have heard
It's
everybody
called-
say Villarica, and that is not it. That is not it.
Okay, but what is it?
If it's Spanish in origin, it is Villarica.
Okay, but if it's so, you're automatically making the assumption that you can culturally appropriate that, because that's what it feels like when I do it. I feel like I'm from Villarica, like I'm making fun of Dora. I love Dora. I actually love boots more because I'm into monkeys. Monkeys are very cool. If anybody has a monkey and wants to bring them on the show, monkeys are welcome. Anyway,
Absolutely, I like monkeys too.
but yeah, I always feel weird like doing accents or voice. Like Italiano. I'm Italian. I can Ragusa. Yes, I'm Italian. I can make fun of Italians. I can do, but like any other accent, I'm just like, I'm not trying. Like when I go to the restaurant and order lo mein, and she's like, "You want fried rice?" I'm not gonna go, "Oh yes, I want fried rice." I'm gonna
That's
go,
what I'm
"Yes, I
saying.
would like the fried rice," because that's how I say it. It's not right. It's not how they say it, but it's how I say it. I'm not trying to mock you by going, "Oh yes, I've been to Villarica," because I don't talk like that. So, what do you guys think?
But I took Spanish in high school. I'm from Texas. I understand these things. I speak their language like it's supposed to be spoken.
I took
when I
acid
can.
in college, and I don't sit here going, "I'm over that shit." It was a long time ago. Get over it. It was a long time ago.
You're disrespecting their language.
I'm not. I'm respecting their language by not trying to act like I speak it right.
Okay, well, if you don't speak it, but see, I
See?
speak it and I
So-
understand.
So it is Villarica when I say it, and it's fine.
That's
So you
fine.
should
So
correct-
it is
But
also
you felt the need to go,
Villarica when I say it.
And Keith, who will be on the show, me and Keith are like, Villarica, oh, you went to Villarica? We're talking about work, like actual physical, going places, having to do shit work. Not brought to you by Life Vantage work. It sells itself.
That is-
What does she actually do? She gives you a product that makes your body better in every way, and then goes, "Oh, I work hard." Fucking.
I do work
that
hard.
Bottle worked hard. She handed you a bottle. Okay, that's how I paid for college.
I have to
Was-
I have to
I didn't
explain
hand
all
bottles.
that
It was
stuff.
bags. It was
I have to explain it.
or DVDs because you put the in the DVD and you sell a movie to somebody for $50. That's a good movie. It is a good movie, but that was years ago. So.
I want to see some of the movies that you were extras in.
Nobody wants to see the movies that I was extras in. If
I
they did,
do.
I might not be an extra anymore. And I'm actually still not an extra anymore. I'm out of the game, kids. You had your opportunity.
That is
And now
a
I like to think
sad
De Niro is
comment.
showing you what you deserve. I would like to think I would have hit that level
Mhm.
and been the new De Niro. And now that he's slipping a little bit, he could have just
A little
and
bit?
Ragusa, he's slipping a little bit. I love De Niro. It's like the guy who made chocolate chip ice cream, for instance. It's not even my favorite, but let's just go down this path.
Okay, all right.
Say he
Okay, I'm
enjoyed
tracking so
killing
far.
dogs.
Oh,
Oh, I don't promote him for killing dogs.
Mhm.
Let's get a fucking ice cream. So I'm not gonna stop eating it
okay.
because
I still enjoy his work.
it's the same. I do. I want to
I
watch De
enjoy
Niro
his
movies.
work.
It's just when he starts talking, I'm like, ah.
Right.
And I mean, like,
Yeah.
he's like, and this is where we'll have to probably edit and cut the show out, but he's like more woke than his ex-wife, who happens to be of African American descent, and should certainly be going, yeah, Bobby. And she's like, you're a crazy old white man, motherfucker, stop.
Who's he married to?
And nobody now.
Oh.
He found like a Gumar. Is he? Am I saying that right?
Guma.
Yeah. See, I know how to say Gumar. I was just testing you on
Gumar.
out. Yeah, Gumar. She don't know shit about Gumar.
Spugats.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. She's gonna talk about spigots. I'm a plumber. I know all about spigots. You turn them on, the water comes out. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway.
I can say ravioli.
Oh, I can
and
say ragu
lasagna,
sauce. You know how much I heard
And I can
that
say
growing up?
ragusa.
Yeah, ragusa. It's a place in Italy, but no, everybody says, oh, ragu sauce. I had that for dinner yesterday.
I don't say that.
Never has it been fun.
You know, sometimes I call you the big ragu.
The big ragu.
Do you know where I get that from?
From Eddie Mecca. Eddie Mecca. I actually reached out to Eddie Mecca. Eddie Mecca was the actor who played the big ragu on Laverne and Shirley.
Eddie Mecca. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I knew that.
I was like,
Eddie,
I
she
didn't.
didn't know. Rest
I'm
in peace.
sorry.
Eddie passed away.
I know. I'm so sorry for the.
she-
But I had
yeah.
the biggest
Eddie
crush on
Mecca.
him. I did when I was 7 and Laverne and Shirley was on. I had the biggest crush on him.
My sister likes Squiggy.
Really?
No, I just made that up to embarrass
Oh.
my sister. Oh wait.
She
Yeah.
probably liked Lenny too.
Actually, one of my sisters liked. Oh God, what was her name? Joni, because she's one of the Lettermans now.
Oh.
Yeah, the LMNOPs, which are, fine with me. I think there's too many letters involved, honestly.
I think so too. Why
I
can't we
do.
just be people?
Why can't we just be people?
Right.
I have a letter. I have a symbol. Fucking Prince started that shit. Actually, he's the one.
You know
that
why he
took
did
his
that?
name. No, I'm a symbol.
He did that
Because he wanted to be a symbol.
No, because he was screwing the record companies. He wanted them to have to
So
say figure something out because they were screwing him. So
Really?
that's what I heard anyway. That's what I
Oh,
heard. I'm not,
see, this
not
is
an
where
expert.
this is where we
gossip.
see. This is where we have the second computer on this side, and I can live fact check shit like that because that's what.
Here, hold on.
What? I didn't hear that, and we can find out if it's true, and we can go down rabbit holes. Have any of you been down a rabbit hole?
Y'all are doing really good making subjects.
But that's the whole point of this is just jump from subject. I don't think we've answered one single fucking question.
I don't think
Not
this
one.
is getting posted.
Hmm?
I don't think we should post this.
Why?
Why?
Why would we not post this? Well, should we wait until
People
like
need-
season 2 and then go, hey, this was the
People-
inaugural
people
episode?
need to
Once
know-
we have people. You've been watching us now for 2 years. This is what we look like the day we started this venture. 2 years ago.
You're gonna be walking in with Walker.
And I'm going to be walking. I'm
Okay.
going to be walking with a walker. That's the best I do, man. I love you, Chris Walken. If you want to be on the show,
Oh, please.
I will fire her. I will fire me. He can fuck off, and you can just sit here and do a show by yourself.
Seriously?
yes, if
Seriously? You
Christopher
can't fire
Walken-
me?
I would fire
I'm not
everybody.
paid.
I will burn his building down.
Look,
if Chris
now they
promises
know that
coming
I'm old
to
too.
it. And I'm not. Oh,
Okay, why did Prince change his name to a symbol? The motivation for doing so was never clearly stated, although many assumed it was a ploy to get out of his contract with longtime label Warner Brothers Records.
wait.
It is an unpronounceable symbol whose meaning has not been identified according to Google. I Googled it.
Actually, Google says that symbol, if you actually take a picture and put it in the translation thing, it's squingili, which is Italian for, audience?
Squid.
No, it's not. Squingili, squid. Is that how people figure shit out in other languages? It's like, formaggi.
Fromage.
I'm giving it to my mother. It's formaggi. No, it's not. It's.
Hey, you know what I have to say about that?
Fromage cheese.
Hey, you know what I have to say to that?
What?
Via Rica.
We're gonna get letters. We're gonna get mad. We've pissed off so many Italians.
Listen, first angry letter gets a drink from Sonic.
Spanish-speaking others, because you're not supposed. I hate Latinx. Let me just go on record. I hate Latinx. I grew up in South Florida. I grew up around everybody. There was like, oh, where are they from? I can
all
tell
the
you
cultures.
because everybody's there. And you know what they don't do?
What don't they?
They don't separate. They don't make their own neighborhoods. They talk to you. They wave to you. It's the news is so stupid. It's not how it. Okay, it might be how it became, but it didn't used to be like that, because there were different cultures, different people. There was a Oriental man that lived on the corner when I was a kid. Do you know why I was an Oriental man? Because that's what my grandmother called him. And that's what everybody called him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oriental's like a derogatory term now. You can't say Oriental. You have to say Asian. Well, okay. But when I walk in to get dinner, for instance, to the Oriental Cafe, I would like to think the Oriental people are serving me dinner, not the Asian people. I would have went to the Asian Cafe.
Oh, okay. I'm following you now. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
They actually named it the Oriental Kitchen. So I don't think, it's like the WAP sub shop.
And you can say that.
I can say that. Yes,
say
write the letters. Fuck you. My son's name is Santino Luca Ragusa. You don't get more Italian. Okay? No. Sonny Luca. I told you not to tell the world your name?
No.
Now they know because I looked at
Sonny.
you. Oh,
I've heard him say it.
Anyone over
Anybody
the age
that knows Santino and the Godfather calls you Sonny.
Right. If
Have you
you've seen
watched
the
it?
Godfather, no,
Have you watched the
You
movie?
haven't watched the whole
Yeah, I
movie, have you? And you don't take pride in Santino. He actually wants to be called Luca, the big dumb hitman that gets strangled with piano wire and sleeps with the fishes, is who he'd rather go by than the guy who.
That's what I said to him the first time I met him.
Than the guy that got
badass.
shot at the toll booth by like 168 bullets.
Right.
You might be better off being Luca. Yeah, he only died for about 3 minutes.
And Santino.
And rest in peace, James Caan. Miss you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Santino. He was a hothead.
Santino was a hothead, which is my fault because I named him. He's a shithead. Oh my god! But he is very 0 to 60. If you know what I mean.
Why are you pulling on me? Quit pulling on me.
Whoa!
The producer.
He's over there with this pulling on. Yeah, but you literally looked over at a teenage boy and said, "Stop pulling on it."
Why is this?
Not
moving?
the show we're doing. Not what it was a cord he was pulling on.
Yeah,
Promise.
it was going
Here,
this way.
your hands up here. You know what we did last night? We went to a last minute, like 4th and 10.
Yeah.
We had an event at Classic City Bank in the classic city of Athens.
Mhm.
From 5
Why
to
is it
7.
called the Classic City, by the way?
You ever seen it? It's classic.
Okay.
But it's classic. But we went to the Classic City Bank.
Uh-huh.
They had a little gathering for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce,
Oh, okay.
which I'm a member of. Are you?
No, but I went to.
Anyway, so I'm more important in their eyes. But we went to that, and so on the
Don't
way
judge
home,
me.
I don't judge. I know I'm better than you because I'm a member of the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce, and you're not. But
Well, I
let's
was
get
at
past
a
it. It's
chamber.
fine.
I was at a chamber
It's fine.
event
It's
yesterday.
like when I
because
didn't get picked for basketball
Oh, cool.
because I was a little fat kid.
Yeah.
I always sat on silence going, but why? Everybody knows why. You're not qualified. But if you want to keep lying. Okay. So we were going to a comedy show. Thank you, Kim. We went to a comedy show, and last minute, I had spoken with one of the producers of the show, and I said, hey, can my 13-year-old, 12-year-old come to the show, or is that totally taboo? I grew up on the classics, like, Pryor and...
Murphy.
Yeah, Pudding Roofie. Cosby. Sorry, I used to think of Bill first, but now it's Pudding Roofie. Pudding Roofie, is that... Pudding Roofie. Yeah. You want the pudding pop? Da! I do impressions. That's probably not a good one. Da! but I do impressions. Yeah, she doesn't want to hear it anymore. She's taking her headphones off. I can't listen to this anymore.
Murphy, that's the best.
But yeah, and then I had records. Those big round things that the needle goes in.
Black
and
ones,
it
not the
makes
tiny
black
silver ones.
records. Black records, yes. And
Vinyl.
which they still do. Actually, a friend of mine, Josh, works at a record shop right here in the classic city of Athens. Everything is here. People move here.
There's one in
but-
Watkinsville too.
But is it really a classic city?
No.
It's
A record shop.
Because Watkinsville, very nice city, All-American city. They actually won an award this year for All-American city. They're just not classic like we are.
Wait, all American. What does that mean?
That means you can get a hot dog there with ketchup, mustard, relish, and onion. I think that's All-American. Isn't that All-American dog?
I don't know.
She's from Texas. She didn't know shit about America. Anyway. Where were we? I know. I
You
love
guys were
Texas.
talking about
That's-
that?
Oh, I have friends
That's like
in
the
Texas.
third. That's
Joe
the third
Rogan.
insult.
It's not
so
an
far.
insult.
Yeah,
It's-
whatever.
If it's wrapped in humor, it's not an insult. That's what I grew up learning and was taught to myself. If I say it,
Talk up. Don't talk down.
if it's not, I'm talking straightforward. I'm talking honestly. See, I don't speak up or down. I speak truth. For example, we're at Home Depot. I'm gonna say last week because it's more relevant, but this is like 5 years ago. And there's this big truck trying like hell to get out of a spot without hitting it. I mean, huge truck, jack this big truck. And I am good 30 feet back, scared that my car is going to get hit. I usually drive shitty cars, but I still don't want to get run over by a giant truck. And my kids are in the car. I said, oh, she's having a hard time getting out of that spot. And my daughter, who was probably 16, 15 at the time, Zoe, who doesn't talk to me now, but that's another episode. And she goes, Daddy, that's sexist. I said, give it a minute. And about 16 minutes later, that truck got out, got straightened up enough to make it by me. And it was a very nice looking lady that smiled and waved because she knew she couldn't drive that fucking truck either. So I taught my daughter that day that if it's a statement that you make out of knowledge and fact, and it sounds sexist. Now, had a guy driven by and went, oh, sorry, buddy, I can't drive this thing. I would have turned to her and said, I am sorry, I was wrong. I am sorry, I was wrong. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I've never had to say it before in my whole life ever once. I thought once I might have been, but I was actually mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just mistaken. But anyway, as it turned out, was I a sexist that day? I was speaking facts.
Okay.
Is that not? I'm asking.
I can
It's
drive a
a
truck.
see. So
I
if
think we have
you'd
a-
have driven the truck though, there would have been no opportunity of going back and forth 16 times for me to go, that's a woman. See? And when you went by, I'd have probably been like, that was a chick. She got the car out in one shot. And this is like when the first comment comes up. That's probably the same face.
But you know what
It
I
is,
can't
it's-
do? I can't back a trailer. I can't back a trailer.
It's actually not hard. It's not hard. Once you realize your body has to go reverse for a minute. It's like flying a helicopter. Have you ever flown a helicopter? Reverse
I
control.
can't back a trailer. Why would you think that I could fly a
I didn't think you had, but I didn't want to assume. See? She can't back in a trailer. Of course she's incapable of flying a helicopter. No, maybe you fly the shit out of aircraft and you can't drive a car. I know people. My brother can play any instrument. Like, pick it up, look at it for about 16 seconds, and go, oh yeah, and make it do shit it probably couldn't do before he picked it up. Can't read a stop sign.
My
He
son
knows what they
can't.
look like.
My younger son can't do it that fast,
But
but he's the same way.
He can
play just about
he's
anything.
brilliant in his own way. I can read books. I can't play an instrument. I'd rather be my brother. Because, you know, being a musician, you can find a chick to read to you. I would like to think. I know from his history
Fair enough.
is a slew of, oh my God, groupie after, no, I'm just kidding. There were some good ones in there. I won't name them because they know me well enough to know I'm lying.
Okay, so
You know
looking
you-
at our timer, and we're at
Oh,
44 minutes.
We're at
and
44
30
minutes and 30 seconds.
We're
means I'm
probably
rambling.
boring the heck out of people.
I don't
at
know.
this point.
Okay, so if my thought process in this is if the 12-year-old isn't in the corner going,
He's left the room 3
He's
times.
he's well, that's the whiskey's in the other room, and he's got Grandpa's old cough medicine. You know how kids are these days. This is not fentanyl.
Yeah.
You were talking about the
I say, boy, drink whiskey if you must. Don't do the fentanyl, please.
No.
Please.
No. Definitely not. Don't do that.
So, brought to you by Life Vantage.
Focus.
Don't do fentanyl. That's their new shirt. Their new slogan, perhaps, is
Okay. Really,
Life
we gotta cut
Vantage.
that out.
Don't do fentanyl. I don't think you want to cut that out, because otherwise it makes it sound like, whoa, we put fentanyl on some of the Life Vantage stuff. We don't want that out there. They don't.
We know,
There's
not
no
at all.
There's no. It's not like they're selling like that
If you-
one
if you
energy
use-
drink that's like the opposite of Fahrenheit. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to
Mhm,
get sued.
right, yeah,
Thank you.
exactly,
Tim Sanders
yeah.
would call me and be like,
Do you know
"Hey, John, gotta talk to you about what you said." I'd be like, "Tim,
Did you know that
Tim,
those
you are
energy
putting the F in
drinks-
Sanders." What?
Those energy drinks, you have to drink gallons and gallons
But
and gallons of water.
There's like quintuple. There's a lot times the amount of deadly cyanide in these drinks.
Yes.
And I drank them. Thank God I am a gelatinous beast of a man, because it obviously absorbs into the fat cells, and I'm fine. I drink a lot of them. No cyanide poisoning, not at all.
Not anymore. You
No.
drink Dr.
I
Ray's
started
wellness
foaming
water.
a little bit at the mouth one day, and I was like, cyanide poisoning. And I was like, Hail Hydra.
Either
And then I died, and my kids laughed because they're all Marvel nerds too.
Either
And you don't watch Marvel movies because you had no idea what Hail Hydra meant.
I
That's fucked
don't.
up. So
much
see,
to
and we are
Richard's
still
chagrin.
friends. We are still friends. You don't like Marvel? You're not my friend. I do feel that way deep down in my heart, but I'm a professional. The show must go on.
Do you like Harry Potter?
Don't say, please. You just said Richard, and then you said Harry Potter. Tell me Richard was a Marvel fan.
He was.
Oh, okay. He's
I
not
said
a
much to his chagrin. I am
Okay,
not
okay.
A Marvel,
So he's
Marvel,
not a Harry
Marvel
Potter fan. He's not, or is he? Is
He
he?
is.
Harry
I'm
Potter
not,
fan.
and he doesn't like it that I'm not, and
A
my
Harry
kids
Potter
don't like
fan?
it that I'm not.
A Harry Potter fan?
I am a Harry Potter fan.
No,
What are you
yeah,
talking
no.
about What are you
They-
talking about
Harry-
Marvel?
Okay, I have a
Okay.
sister-in-law, my wife's husband, who I'm not going to name their names because they might get mad. Because when they get mad at you, they don't talk to you anymore ever. All right, so she is a Harry Potter. Like every time we'd go to their house, she'd have the new collectible Gandalf staff.
No.
But Gandalf is from Lord of the Rings. I know this. That's all I know about Harry Potter. Here's what I know about Harry Potter, and I probably don't because it probably wasn't him. Was Robbie Coltrane in that shit?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Hagrid.
Nuns on the Run.
Nuns on
That is one of the best pieces of film ever made from Robbie Coltrane and Eric Idle. Find it, watch it,
Okay.
and don't watch Harry Potter, please. And it's not because of J.K. Rowling's comments or whatever. And it's not because Radcliffe and everybody hate her now, even though
I can't listen
Man
to this.
without
La,
her.
la, la, la,
But
la, la, la.
you can watch Harry Potter if you want to be. I don't know what to say there. If you want to be what? What does Harry Potter make you? Does it make you awesome? Because when you're a Marvel fan, we are awesome. We're like, there's a camaraderie. You know, you can just say something like, if you're running, I don't run unless I'm chased. But if you're running and somebody's like in your way, but not, you go on the left, and they turn, they go, hey, and you know, you just have that moment. You see, lost. Non-Marvel face right there. That's what does on the left mean. I do that when I'm driving. And
I do it when I'm on my bike.
she does it when she's on her bike, but she doesn't know about Cap and Falcon. Everybody knows that scene except you.
Is Groot?
Because she was
Marvel?
like,
Is Groot?
Groot,
Is Groot?
Groot is Marvel.
I like Groot.
See?
I am
Redemption.
Groot.
Redemption.
I am Groot.
Bob Marley and
I am
Kim
Groot.
Cook. Redemption. But tell me more. Tell me more about Harry Potter, because I'm still never going to watch it.
We have a question from the studio audience.
Oh, studio audience. Bring the mic closer. You really need to hear this voice any closer.
Just don't wet talk.
Don't wet talk. Is that like super secrety salad sauce? Don't drink the salad sauce. It's so wet. No, I don't slobber generally in
You know what I've noticed about myself?
What have you-
I fidget way too much.
You fidget. I was also, I
Fidget
don't
a
know
lot.
if you're supposed to look at them more or me more, because I know we're having a conversation,
yeah.
but we're having it for them, so I'm torn, because I feel bad. Like when I notice you looking at me, I'm like, oh shit, we're supposed to have a conversation. But I don't know this angle. I don't ever see it, so I don't know if it's like,
We gotta figure
I
out.
might, am
we
I
gotta
better
figure
looking
out we
dead
gotta
on?
Figure out our angles.
Would you rather have us talk to you
This is my good side.
Or
We're gonna
talk to
switch
her.
places.
We did the picture thing too. She did headshots, and she like put it. This is kind of like where I think thought process might differ. I don't know if it's male, female, or whatever. But if you're picking out a headshot, okay, you're like, hey, I'm gonna do new business cards, new headshots, whatever, and you have 4 options. Isn't posting all 4 online and asking the general public which one you should use kind of freaking useless at that point? Because everybody saw all 4. Go for all 4 on the business cards. That's what I say. It's like Kim, life vintage. It's you could just make it something, you know. And instead, it's like, should I do this pose, this pose, this pose, this pose? It's just that funny. It is. But I think everybody commented like number 2, and it was the best. It was. She looked more relaxed. It was. I'm professional. I'm just Kim. Go with I'm just Kim because that's the one we talk to all the time and stuff. You know.
You guys have been doing good.
It's like me trying not to look broke. I'm like, oh, I have money. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm broke. There's some.
Right? Same.
Speaking of which,
I'm a
Cash App,
retired
Venmo,
teacher.
if you want to support us, those links are also going to be down below. You know, send $1 from a time.
We might get a quarter.
We might get a quote. You know what we'll do?
What
We'll
a-
make just enough to get it all taxed and taken away. That's how. I don't know if Venmo or the Cash App. Is it the Cash App or Cash App? It's just Cash App. I don't know if Venmo or I don't know if they do fees. But if they do, I'll hit the echelon, if you will, where they do fees.
Mm.
I will make just that much doing this.
They don't. because
And
people
Kim
send you
will
One
make
penny
$32 less. She'll be fucking fine. For some reason, I got $32 more donations, but it was like some tax accountant guy that I picked on in high school that's like, oh, Ragusa, I'm going to donate $32, so he's fucked. And I'm sorry, Robbie. I know you're an accountant now. As I explained then, when it happened, I thought you had said something to her that you shouldn't have, but she was a liar, which we touched on before. Women lie. We know this. Kim is nodding because she doesn't like it when I say that. She does like it when she actually does like it when I say that. She's just lying and saying she doesn't. See? So anyway, Robbie, I'm very sorry about that incident back in '94, and I'm still thinking about it. So I must be wrong. I hope you can walk still. What? Where?
Your
Pen.
The pen.
Okay,
Oh,
we
he's
have.
making notes.
We're making notes.
Yeah, we're making notes. What else is on your
Power
paper?
to
You
turn
tell
up. Turn up. Oh, wrap it up. I
Wrap
was reading
it
it
up.
backwards.
Torpid. Yeah.
What else is on my notebook?
Cut it out.
Let's see.
You
Back
read
to the
one
Omega.
thing off of your
I
paper.
take side streets
We do a lot of side
into
streets
different colors. Let's see. Why now? Why are we doing this now?
because it was time.
It was time. It is because the world
Because
sucks.
we met each other
Because okay.
in BNI and we
Okay.
said, "Hey, let's do this."
We
And
wait.
said, "Okay,
People are
fine."
gonna think we like did some crimes and shit. You know?
Business
Yeah, is that like the
networking
FBI? Is that like the
international.
CIA? Just as important, but less frisking involved. BNI is Business Network International.
Yeah, that's
Is
what
that
you
right?
said.
With Mr. Ivan Meisner,
Mhm.
founded and is the man.
And we are in a chapter.
And we're in a chapter in
Athens, the
Georgia.
classic city.
The classic city. See, we're classy. Classic. Just because we're a classic city, are we classy?
Stay classy.
Or is it
America.
stay classy? It's like, my name is John Redcolor. Because I can't say burgundy.
That's very loud.
Yeah, that's like, whoa. This is, remember earlier when I referenced mushrooms in college?
I don't know why I did that.
It was much like this. Can
Why
you hear
does
that?
he sound like
Are
he's
you
in a
the
can?
oh, thank God that's
think so.
over.
That was.
No,
woo.
it-
Oh,
messed up.
Steve Helmick
It-
told me about
it-
flashbacks.
It was the mixboard,
I
not
thought I was
me.
having one. Yeah,
I
there's
was-
that
I
fat
was
little
like-
thumb was actually
I, c-
a person's hand. It wasn't just like a
I couldn't.
prosthetic.
I
No,
couldn't make your.
you put it right in front of the thing, so it was like, oh, what the hell is that? It was a little thumb going by.
I couldn't coordinate your mouth with the sound, and I was like, "Why am I
Right?
hearing
It's like,
voices?"
Sunday, Bigfoot, which is also not a sponsor of
No.
that. The
It's just a big
Sasquatch.
truck that we
Is that
like.
a truck? Is Bigfoot a truck? I was talking about the Sasquatch. Honest mistake. Because
Monster truck, isn't Bigfoot a monster
I knew what
truck
it was.
also?
I just don't want to get sued. I knew what it was.
We can say things that we like,
Well, that's why. Okay, so I like this drink.
and we're not They're
And the
not
first thing she
sponsoring
does
us.
is we're not actually sponsored by them.
We just have to make it
I
clear.
feel like I'm gonna get us sued, and we're just starting this. I don't want to ruin this for you.
I don't want to
You
ruin
can
it
do
for
better,
you
Kim.
either.
I told you. Actually, so we met at BNI because this is probably important. We met at BNI, and at BNI you're supposed to set up with. Now, is that well enough for you? Sloppy Slurpee. That's a Slurpee.
Stop. Please
That's a
stop.
Sonic Slurpee. All right, so we met at BNI, which is a marketing. Cut it at 1 hour. You guys got 4.5 minutes of this shit left. You are doing well.
You can
Okay?
run after.
Addiction recovery is nothing compared to 1 hour. If you can make it through 1 hour of this, you can kiss the fentanyl goodbye. All right, so I would
Maybe
like to
they'll start
thank.
using this in recovery programs.
Oh, wouldn't that be great if we just one episode sold it to everybody? And this is what if you're hitting middle age, not that we're there yet, but we're close. If you're hitting middle age and you're just very dissatisfied with your life and you'd like more people to listen to you because your kids don't, start a podcast. I'm John. This is Kim, and that's why you start a podcast. Now that'll go viral,
Yeah.
right?
You want me to cut it?
Like
No,
my
not yet.
girlfriend
Not
in
yet.
high school, she was
We
pretty
still,
viral.
we're at 56.
Just kidding. So 56. So we went to a one-on-one meeting, which is like mandated, but it's kind of cool too.
1 2
and
one,
not one-on-one. Jackie.
1 to 1 to 1.
1 to 1 to 1. 1-on-1-on-1. 1-on-1. Anyway, we did a luncheon between the two of us. 1-on-1-on-1. Now go back to the mushrooms. See, she tells me to get on track, and then she's making a funny sound, which is like to me, it's like, oh look, a bird. I'm gonna go chase it. And there's a wall here, so I almost hit it. But yeah, so we met at BNI. We do a one-on-one meeting, and years ago I had bought all this equipment that is this high-quality podcast you are watching is due to all this high-tech equipment that I bought years ago because I knew that my wife Shannon, who said, no way in hell I'm doing a podcast with you. It's not happening. As soon as I invested that money, she'd go, I have to. So I was like, cool. So I invest all this money and get it set up. And I'm like, baby, let's do a podcast. She goes, you're an idiot. I told you I wouldn't do it no matter what. So it's been sitting in a box for like 2, 3 years, 2.5 years. Except the headphones. Maddox, my 6-year-old, loves the headphones. He just sits there on my computer all day and watches. He's mouthing something. Maddox. Oh, hang on. Here's just what he wants to do. My son Maddox. That's you, little buddy. See, and he's adorable.
Hi,
But
Maddox.
hi, Maddox. You'll meet Kim one day. You haven't met her yet. But she's a nice lady. She has puppy,
I do.
and you like puppies.
Nice.
So anyway, we're sitting there at Jitter Joe's, who is also not a sponsor, but I like coffee. Actually, somebody told me the other day I don't like coffee. I like dessert because I get frozen coffees.
Oh, okay. All
So
right. Fair enough.
I apparently like desserts.
You gotta wrap this up.
Which, who knew?
Luke is gonna cut us
but
off.
yeah, Luke is not going to cut us off because I will
I'll get
cut him.
fired.
Not off, just cut him. So we were sitting there drinking Trader Joe's coffee, and we both had similar back events, not backstories, not necessarily growing up the same or anything, but like, did you ever like? Oh wow, yeah, I actually have, and it was like, wow, I wonder how many more people out there have had this experience or wonder about this. Somebody told me about some chapters of the Bible taken out that explain certain things that are the way they are. So look into it, read it. Don't change your belief system, don't whatever, but look into it.
Educate yourself.
Find out, the right from wrong, the good from bad. The wow, that's a great story based on a hook of the Bible that somebody wrote, and it's not part of the Bible, so it shouldn't be in there. Cool, that's your opinion. Fine. It should be in the Bible. Every Bible should have that. That's your opinion. Fine. I'm not telling you it's right or wrong. I'm telling you to read and make up your own mind. What was the other one? You were telling me you were just talking about the wind with Dr. Ray.
Mhm.
Didn't you tell me that you flew basically? Like didn't fly like Supergirl, but
The
she's
wind.
not a large woman. And I don't know if it's like if we're getting the camera angles. I'm trying to do it so I'm not like, hi everybody, I'm John. Hi, I'm Kim. Because she's a smaller statured lady and I'm a wider statured not lady. So the wind
Non-lady?
picked her up, not lady.
Yeah. When I was in Lubbock and we had a windstorm coming,
Okay.
I weighed $1.05 at the time, and the wind picked me up and carried me 5 feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
see? So that's like, I remember, and this is going to be hilarious, but I remember when I was like 3, 4, running. Like,
Your earliest
I
memory
didn't
that we
get.
didn't talk about.
See, I was 3 or 4. So you can remember that. If this was a stand-up routine, that would be perfect because that's what you want to make perfect
Circle
stand-up.
back.
Yes, you start on one thing. I watched. Oh God, who was it last night?
Lenny.
Lanny Farmer. He said something about one of his organs may or may not be on his heart, a happy organ. And the last part of his stand-up that he did last night was, and they were wondering why I was doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and half the room missed it. It was terrible because it was delivered perfectly. It was good job, Lanny, and people missed it. I wish people would pay more attention. But anyway, I remember running so fast that my feet came off the ground and just, I wasn't 10 feet off the ground. I was 6-8 inches off the ground.
Mm-hmm. But it
I
feels
remember
like 10
that.
feet,
I
doesn't
remember,
it?
but it does, and you remember. I do. I remember it, and it was an awesome dream. It was a vivid dream. It was a clear dream, whatever it is, or it happened.
I think it happened.
And then by the time you're 5, you realize, hey man, we can't fly. We can't do that. And I'm not saying like it's Heroes or it's a Marvel movie or anything that we all have telekinetic
On
abilities.
your left.
But are telekinetic abilities possible? Maybe we'll get to that on the next episode.
That's just unreliable.
Anyway, we're now 1:11 over. Kim, would you like to say anything to Steve in Utah is holding out, baby. Thank you for staying through the whole thing, Steve.
Do you know Steve?
So I don't. He apparently owns Life Vantage and lives in Utah with Dallas Jenkins
Steve,
from
hi,
Angel
thanks for
Studios.
watching.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Did you tell him we were going to be plugging your product? And he's
I
like,
didn't.
I'm making sure I'm getting my money out of this.
Telekinetic.
So, okay. So, and how big of a company is it like only in Utah and you're like
Oh, no.
a
No,
sub-chat,
no,
so
we're
it's like 10 salesmen?
We're in many different countries and
Countries, many.
Yeah,
This is a
many
worldwide
different-
corporation.
Yeah, it is. It's a worldwide
So
corporation.
Steve from Utah can kind of plug, support, donate to the show if you wanted to, Steve.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking
Absolutely.
this will eventually make you money. Obviously, you're not going to buy your own product. You're the only one watching. So this episode didn't make you a dime. I don't expect you to donate. But when we have 3 viewers, and then we talk about Steve from Utah, remember who got you there.
Steve, come back next
You
week.
may have gotten there on your own, but we're going to keep you there, Steve. Okay? We're going to keep you on top of Life Vantage, who
Okay.
does not put cyanide in their products.
They do not.
They don't. They
Only
not-
good stuff.
We don't. I don't work there.
Only good stuff.
I don't work there. I work at Plumber Pro Service and Drain. For all your plumbing needs in the Athens area, call us. A live person will always answer the phone unless we get this new AI thing we're thinking about getting, in which case
Let's not.
you'll think it's a live person, but they'll care just as much. No, they won't care because they're AI. We do
Sonny
care.
is going crazy over here. Can you please just stop?
1 minute, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. 2 minutes and 51 seconds. So the next time I were to say something prophetic, like I need your room cleaned, and 2 minutes and 51 seconds has passed, I can sit there and go.
No, I was telling you not
All right.
to say where you work. Like,
Why? I'm
Why?
plugging the place I work because
when you do get
the
famous,
studios-
they can come here and
they can come
you're
when we're famous, when we're in Vegas doing this show. Please buy Life Vantage products and call
And
Plumber
use-
Pro Service
use-
and Drain
yeah.
for all your plumbing needs.
Right.
I will not forget my roots.
No.
I won't forget, like, I have no hair, but I remember my roots.
I have something that'll help that.
I don't want that.
You don't want hair?
I don't want that. Do you have anything for the waistline?
I do.
Okay. I would take some waistline products. But anyway, guys, we really got to wrap it up because I can do this all day because I love doing this because I like to think everybody's out there just dying laughing.
Thank you for watching the
And
pilot
humor heals.
episode of this,
And
that.
I'm this. That's
Okay,
why I was confused.
try
I
it
can't
again.
say that.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching the first inaugural episode of this
And that.
That's right. Yep. Bye, Classic City.